Good day, everybody. It's currently the 18th of February, 2014. Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update, and really today's tropical outlook. That's what we're talking about in this specific update. Also posted one earlier on about the winter weather system that's going to be bringing some snowfall across parts of Japan through midweek. But in this one, we're talking about there on the bottom right of your screen, you can see Invest in 93W, possible low pressure area. Very well is a possible low pressure area, actually, and really the people who need to watch this one is Guam and the Mariana Islands. And you can see here several model outlooks all taking the system off here towards the north, running along the southeastern periphery of a high pressure there towards the northwest. And on the satellite imagery, you can just see that clear air right in here, and that's really what's going to be buffeting this and pulling it off there towards the north. Now, a few long range models also calling something a little bit different, but I think as far as the short range and as far as what we can say for certain, this is likely going to lift off here towards the north, and we're looking at some fairly heavy precipitation across Guam. Now, some of Micronesia out here, you're also already seeing some rainfall. Do apologize for the blinking and that, but there's your low-level center right in here, and let's actually just stop this. Low-level center right in here, and a lot of that convection pushing off there towards the north. So it's not really a pretty system by any means, and it's still an invest area and barely holding on to maybe a low pressure area, but it is going to be bringing that rainfall. Right now, JTWC does have it as a low chance of development in the next 24 hours out here. Meanwhile, as well, FinMOC, as far as the model outlooks, this is NavGem. They do expect it to pull off here towards the north, and let's go through the outlook heading out towards Friday and then into Saturday. You see a very weak low pressure area starting to develop, and this is all being skewed off there towards the west. You can see that low pressure trough even developing, and that very well could bring some showers as far west as Mindanao. Now that's the NavGem. GFS shows a little bit more precipitation for the Guam area through the rest of the week into the weekend as our low pressure area starts to drift off there towards the north. So you're looking at some rainfall with that. Now, that's really what's going to be happening later on into the week, and it's not going to be anything too serious, but I do want to mention that it does look like, as far as right now, the Guam National Weather Service does have high surf advisories in effect up and down the island chain here, just due to these prevailing winds coming around the northeast periphery of this system. Also, the northeast monsoon kind of affecting it off there towards the north. So just stay out of the water. That's really the big thing here, and it's not going to be anything too damaging unless we see some sort of rapid intensification, which at this time I don't see it, especially this time of year that far east. Very cooler, or much cooler waters in this part of the ocean, so it doesn't look like that very well could be occurring. Now, there is something else I did want to mention here, and let's take a look at the Wonder Map platform using the GFS model into the long range. And let's continue to scroll ahead. This is showing you out towards Friday. We have our low pressure center right there, and you can really see where that low is going to be moving out there towards Guam. And it's bringing those pretty gusty winds expecting out of it. But as we continue to scroll ahead and beyond Saturday and the Sunday, up to this point, I trust this model. We're looking at this moving north, and it's going to bring some rain showers across parts of Guam. Now, I'm going to show you the extended part here just for your information. And I just want to basically share what we're keying in on and what we're watching. And it really all depends on the effects of the northeast monsoon over here towards the northwest. How strong is that going to be going into next week is really going to validate if this is going to come out. And I think probably not, but we're going to continue to keep an eye on it. Look ahead till Sunday. Our low continues to linger there right around Guam. Now keep an eye on it, though. Continue to scroll ahead through the forecast. And I'll have to scroll this over just a little bit. And once we get into the extended range, it starts to go a little nutty. This is by next Thursday. And if we continue to scroll, this is ahead by next Sunday. Not this coming Sunday, the 2nd of March. Looking at that right there. And then let's go ahead to the 5th of March. And that shows up. Super long range, and if you see anybody saying cloud cluster watch, there might be a super typhoon near Guam, on the 5th of March. This happens from time to time in the very long-range model outlooks. We call them phantom storms. Sometimes they pop up, sometimes they go away. For example, this was a 12 UTC model run. Let's take a look at the 18 UTC model run. And look, our phantom storm has now been moved towards the west, over towards the Philippines. And yeah, it flip-flops around, and it sometimes does this. So let's continue to keep an eye on it. And really, the key thing to keep in mind is that going into the weekend, Guam, you're going to look at some heavy rain showers. In the very, very long range, GFS wants to pull for something developing there somewhere between the Philippines and Guam. First look on it, Invest 93W, now a low pressure area. That is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. I think the big thing right now is if you are out here into some of the Micronesian islands, just be ready for some continued heavy rainfall to come out of this storm system throughout the rest of the week. Also, if you are in Guam, just be ready for these high surf warnings and advisories to be in place. And also, if you have vacation plans to Guam, at least going into the weekend, it likely is going to be a little soured here by the heavy rainfall. Extended long range, we're going to continue to keep an eye on it. Right now, climate would tell you that, as far as climatology that is, that in late February, early March, is highly unusual to get a strong storm system. Long-range models also tend to change, but if we get back-to-back days where this does continue to pop up, we're really going to keep a very keen eye on it. But so much drier inflow coming here towards the north. A typhoon is highly unlikely. Maybe a tropical depression, possible tropical storm at the top strength you would expect, at least that time of year. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, I always like to hear your feedback, though, so please do post that down there in the comment box below. Thanks for watching.